City Winery, Chicago's only winery.
The idea of City Winery really came from an opportunity I had to make wine on the West Coast with a real winemaker and do a barrel. And it was so much fun. But as an egocentric music producer, to be able to put "Produced by Michael Dorf" on the bottle and hand that to my friends who were also into wine, and then they all said, "Hey, I want to make wine." And so many people said I would like to have that same experience, that it made me realize there is something to this model. We are a private event space, a restaurant, and an intimate concert hall. There is nothing like this place anywhere in the world. I mean, we really have created a unique concept of combining specifically do-it-yourself wine with great music in an intimate environment.
Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm Mark Tullis. This is my partner, Kirsten Kuhlman.
Hello.
We are Coffee Cup Productions, and it is Wine and Music Wednesday.
For the City Winery, Chicago, absolutely. We are talking today to Markwell Jordan. He will be performing on July 22nd with Jeff Bradshaw.
Yes.
That's a show that you don't want to miss. Very cool.
Markwell, welcome via remote.
Hey.
Hey.
How you guys doing? What's
Good.
going on, Mark? What's going on, Kirsten?
Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
joining us so early.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
I'm
we're
awake, I think. So
Yeah.
We're literally having coffee talk.
Yeah.
This is my coffee cup mug, and she's got her green
I've
screen
got my
mug.
green screen mug. This is cool. It disappears. Watch. Ooh, you can't see it. Okay, so it's early.
Yeah,
we're being
a little
dopey
giddy here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's green tea, to clear up the stuff.
That's right. Yep, exactly.
So we recently had Chris Green in the studio, and he's like, "Man, I want to connect you with some other musicians. You know who else? You know who I'm playing with coming up is Markwell." I'm like, "Oh my God!" I had just found a 2000 live recording of Fat Time, and I was
What?
like, "Yep." Smoking, and I'm like, we have to have From the Vault series on our podcast, and like bring some people. Like, we've been reconnecting with a lot of musicians that were in that Round the Coyote thing, and now you're going to be playing at City Winery. We're doing like 6 degrees of City Winery happening
A little
here.
bit, yeah. Or Chris Green.
Yeah,
6 degrees of Chris Green.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chris Green knows everybody. He's the Kevin Bacon of Chicago.
He is, indeed. Yes.
Now, what's the project that Chris is sitting in with you on?
We play with an institution of a band. It's been around since 1976. The name of the band is Midnight Sun. And I've been playing with them for about 15 years. And Chris has been in for maybe 3 or 4 years. And how it started was I was on tour with smooth jazz artist Brian Culbertson. So there was some Sundays that I would miss. So I was playing saxophone initially in the band, and I started singing more and kind of doing both. And I needed someone to cover me. So Chris, I was like, "Hey man, this gig doesn't pay that much money, but it's super cool. We come and do it." Like, you got to prep people for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to tell them the whole thing before they show up.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where, just like it did for me, it did for him. It brought us back to the music of our youth, the music we grew up listening to, and there's a lot of old school soul and R&B music from basically the 50s until we could do something from today. We just usually don't. So it's really more vintage based. The glory period, if you start to talk about the Motown period and Stax and Stevie and Marvin Gaye and Cameo and LP, like we play all of that stuff, and we don't just play like the hits. We play like the album cuts of stuff. We play the long versions of things, and it's so musically authentic. So it's really been like my finishing school since I've moved to Chicago.
Oh, that's
Even
awesome. And
all
what
of
is
the
this
bands
project
that
called? What is the name of this project?
the name is Midnight Sun. That's the name
Midnight
of
Sun. Okay.
and there's been members come and go. There've been a few members that have passed away, unfortunately. So it's definitely an institution. So that's the gig that we do together.
And how often does that happen?
That happens every Sunday, actually.
Really?
It happens. Yeah, there's a bar in Wicker Park that we play at on most Sundays. It's called Bourbon on Division. And on the first Sunday of the month, we play at a club in Dalton called The Entrance. We used to play at a place that is closed that is going to be reopening soon. Cross your fingers. Entitled A Touch of the Past, and it was in Bellwood. And that place was open for 21 years, and pretty much every Sunday, give or take a few Sundays where we weren't able to make it, but mostly every Sunday of the year, we were at this club for 21 years.
Wow.
And they shuttered like immediately, like on April Fool's Day last year.
No.
Yeah,
That's
like it was. They announced
So-
that the club was closing on April Fool's Day in the club, so no one. It was this surreal thing, and I was on tour. I wasn't even there, but
So
But Chris Green
that's
was-
an interesting thing. Like we're seeing that a lot of these like iconic clubs in
Yeah.
Chicago are unfortunately not making it. How does that? What do you see happening there?
Well, I mean, it's funny that you referenced Fat Time from 2000, because I think for bands and music culture and live music culture, that was kind of the pinnacle that year for a lot of music and places for original bands to play. There was a lot of places to play, and for whatever reason, slowly but surely over the years, this place would close and that place would close, and the Hot House moved to Balboa Street, and then Hot House closed, and now it's the new Buddy Guys location, and at least there's still music going on there, but like the Blue Note on Milwaukee is no longer a club,
Right. That
or
was
the
the
Note.
thing,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Yeah, that was the hangout. Yeah.
We used to play there all the time with Fat Time. The Map Room, this club that I'm talking about, Touch of the Past. There's so many places, and there are more restaurants to play at now. So things are a little more corporate based, and that kind of dictates the music that you see. You don't see as much original music. On the north side, there's clearly original music scene, and you can go see a lot of those bands anywhere. But as far as over the city and in the downtown area, that it's really, really changed a lot. It's
I think
it's just
that's
hard to-
why we love City Winery so much, because it is a completely different musical
Yes.
experience
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Totally. You get to play your originals there, and it's
And people are looking for
yeah,
it.
and people are like they're listening to your originals and enjoying it. So
And it's a beautiful thing because your name is on the ticket and people are coming to see you.
Exactly.
And obviously it's a great stage, great acoustics. The wine is incredible, of course,
and the food is
great.
outstanding. Yeah, I mean the
it's a
service
great
is
time.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good place.
lovely.
We haven't gotten to that point where we've had our own coffee cup wine yet. We're hoping
We're getting there.
We're hoping one day to get that
Yeah.
that special
That
wine.
nice, rich, chocolatey, coffee tasting wine. That's what we want to do.
I think you can. You can
I
make
think
it
so.
happen.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk to them about that. So, how did you hook up with Jeff Bradshaw?
The great Jeff Bradshaw. We met. I would say I'm trying to remember the exact year, but it's hard to remember. But we met on the Capital Jazz Super Cruise, which is based. It was originally based out of the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, and they've had Capital Jazz Fest for many years. And on this fest, you can see someone like Kirk Whalum, and then you can see someone like like Shaka Khan, and then you can see someone like Raheem Devon. Like it's kind of all over the spectrum of African American music. And they started a cruise for like their 20th anniversary of this festival. And then the cruise became super successful. So they've done the cruise over the year. So it's basically like a floating music festival. They lease out a cruise ship, take over the cruise ship, bring in all the production, and bring in a bunch of bands. So Jeff was he was on there playing. I think he was there as a guest solo artist, and we played a few jam sessions together, and we just kept in touch over the years. And we got to play together really like deliberately. We were backing up a band he used to be the musical director for, and we're talking about the incredible band Floetry. If you remember them, they're based out of Philadelphia. And Jeff is from Philadelphia, so he had his hand in that entire neo soul hip hop scene. So from the Roots to Jill Scott to Floetry to Music Soul Child, like all those guys, he toured with all of those guys, and left a super duper imprint on the music. So it was great to be on stage with him playing with Floetry. It was actually one of the highlights of my musical career. It was just like, it was super cool, man. It was just really cool. So last year we got together even more deliberately and started doing some shows together with a trumpet player by the name of Lynn Roundtree, based out of Detroit. So, I was representing Chicago, he was representing Philly, and Lynn was representing Detroit, like three huge music towns. And we did a couple of shows, and we're going to pick that package back up and do a few things. But Jeff was coming to Chicago and asked me to play for him. So that's what we're doing.
Excellent. There's we were talking a little off camera about like the cross, not culture, but like cross musical influences for Philadelphia and Chicago. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Chicago is a huge, it's known for the blues, right? Everybody knows that Chicago is a blues town, but it's also a huge jazz town. It's a huge soul and R&B town. It's just a huge music town, period. If you start talking about Chicago Transit Authority and all the indie rock bands that have come out of here, Smashing Pumpkins, all of those kinds of artists, and then you talk about somebody like Mahalia Jackson, Nat King Cole, Sam Cooke, and then you start talking about all the great jazz artists that are from here, like known and unknown.
So tell us a little bit more about this show coming up at City Winery on July 22nd. The link to the show will be in the post. Okay, so ticket link will be in the post. But tell us a little bit about the lineup and what you guys are playing and what you're doing. And
okay, sure. What Jeff is probably one of the most soulful horn players that you can ever find. It sounds like he's singing through his horn. Like he really is very lyrical with his playing. So you can expect that the entire show. It's going to be with a Chicago-based band, an incredible band of musicians, all guys that I know. And the musical director is a pianist, keyboard player by the name of Tony Cazell. So he's putting the band together, and the band is great. There's going to be some background vocalists as well. So Jeff will do his show, and then he'll bring me out, and I'll have like a mini set within the show. I'll do like 4 tunes, and we'll do a couple of songs together. And there'll be some singing on there. I'll do some singing as well, and he's going to do some singing. He's got a great voice as well.
Sings and plays horn. Like sometimes he doesn't breathe for like 15 minutes.
A singing horn player, that's hard. That's hard to do, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, the bad thing about it is it's not like a guitar player where you can sing and play at the same time.
Right, so you have to do one or the other, yeah.
Right. Now, if I can figure out how to do both, then I'll be rich.
Then let us know, for sure, yes. Then we'll have a special segment on how to do that, because that would be cool.
Yeah, but no, it's going to be a great show. It's going to be good music to just groove to, tap your foot to, maybe even get up and dance if they allow you to do that at City Winery.
I think they make an aisle for that, yes.
Yeah. Good,
yes.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great show, and I hope that you guys can make it out.
Awesome. Yeah, great.
Well, we're going to go out with something from your new album. Can you just set up this song for us?
Sure. Actually, this is the lead single from the CD. It was the first single that I released. I'm on the second single now, but it just kind of gives you a good picture, or an overall picture of the style of the record. It's an instrumental. It's called Conversations, and it's good stuff, man. It's my second solo album, and there was 5 years in between because I was doing a lot of touring. with Brian Culbertson, and it took a while to get this second record done. The first record was received so well, so I was a little nervous about doing the second record. That
The
whole
sophomore
sophomore
attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sophomore slump. Yeah.
it's a real thing, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how real it was, but was really happy with how the record came out. I feel like it's a step in the same direction, but a step in a new direction at the same time. And I'm really excited for people to hear it, and it's a good single, good thing to groove to, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it.
Excellent. Awesome. We can't wait to play it. And Marquel, you are local to Chicago, so people
Yeah.
definitely check out Marquel Jordan.
So, Marquel, this is live on Facebook right now, but we'll also have audio listeners. Can you tell people how to find you online?
Absolutely. You can find me either on Facebook, which is Marquel Jordan Music. So I'll spell my name. I know it's going to be shown, but I'll say it. It's MarQueal. Don't forget the second A. If you won't find me, you'll find someone else. It's MarQueal, Jordan, Jordan. Marquel Jordan Music on Facebook. That's my page, not my personal page. My personal page is full, but on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, which I hardly ever use, it's just my name, Marquel Jordan. You can find me there. Same thing with my website is marqueljordan.com. So you can find me in any of those places, cyber-wise, and you can see me in person. My schedule is listed. So I'll be doing a lot of Chicago shows.
Awesome.
I'll be doing a tribute to John Coltrane at Untitled in August.
Oh, cool.
And then I'll be on the road as well, doing a show in at the Catalina Jazz Tracks Festival in Catalina, California in October.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There you
Very
have it, folks.
cool.
If you can spell Marquel, you've got the
can
keys to the kingdom.
You can find some awesome music.
Oh yeah, and make sure you check out the latest record, Intention and Purpose. It's on all digital downloading streams and Google Play, YouTube,
All that.
all of those.
Okay.
And if you want a physical copy, I have those too. I still have physical copies as well.
Excellent.
Are you doing vinyl or no vinyl yet?
No vinyl.
Okay.
That's a little more pricey
Yep.
and a little more of a. I've heard about the process and what it takes and how you have to sequence your records based on where it lays on the on the vinyl, and it's a pretty involved process. But I hope to do it one day real
Cool.
soon.
Awesome. Marquel,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Really appreciate the
Thank you.
time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
And
Appreciate it. Man.
We
Good to see you guys.
go see these guys July 22nd at the City
Yeah.
Winery in Chicago. It'll be a
Right on.
great time.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Marquel.
Thanks, you guys. Take care.
I know a place where we can go, where I can satisfy you, mind and soul. I made a promise, girl, to serve you right. Just give your undivided attention tonight. Come go with me. I'll take you there. Let me take you there. Love and fantasy fill the air. Come on, baby. Yeah. Wake up to sunlight. If you play, if you ask, I will do. It's all up to you, babe. No need you wanting for a single thing. Just tell me what you want, I'm servicing. Come day or night, I got just what you need. Pure satisfaction, baby, wait and see. Come go with me. I'll take you there. Let me take I'm gonna let you find me. Down and deep, I'm gonna creep. Girl, you can't deny me. Hugging up, don't get up. Let's stay till tomorrow. If you must leave, then I'm gonna plead. Baby, please don't go. I'll take you there. Let me take you there. Love and fantasy. Well, where it feels, yeah. Wake up to sun. Wake up to sunlight. You can't lose, no.
Coffee Talk is a Coffee Cup Productions podcast. Find our video podcasts on YouTube, Facebook, and our website, coffeecupproductions.com. Audio podcasts can be downloaded from iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, and Twitter. Search for Coffee Talk, spelled CAWFFEETAWK. Coffee Talk.